feels very sinful. A little bit of Adam and Eve, little snake in the garden. You hit her right in the head, Sam. That was the worst thing you could have done.
Slower than the first time.
Husband and wife. Every detail today embodies the personalities and the love of these two truly unique and remarkable human beings. We couldn't ask for a more perfect day and backdrop to celebrate Sarah and Pete. But as we know, a wedding is something more than just a celebration. Friends and family, we're here today to do more than just witness the joining of two people. We are all here to participate in something, to consecrate Sarah and Pete's love with our own. Today, Sarah and Pete pledge themselves to one another as we, as a community, pledge ourselves to these two people whom we love very much, to stand with them as they stand together through the easy times and the hard times. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lou Fantini, and I'm lucky enough to share the rhythm section of our band with Pete, who is an incredible drummer and an incredible friend. It is one of the great honors of my life to have been asked to preside here today and join with these two beautiful souls. I haven't been lucky enough to know Sarah and Pete as long as many of you have, but as I'm sure you all know, these two have a way of immediately welcoming you like family into their lives. From the first time I came over to Sarah and Pete's for band practice, I could tell that theirs was a house that was just overflowing with love, which they can't help but share unselfishly. From the moment you walk in, you hear Pete's infectious laugh, which of course you're all familiar with, and Sarah will probably insist on feeding you something delicious. Sarah and Pete exemplify the most beautiful thing about love, which is that it's not something that runs out as you give it away, but rather it grows as we share it. Sarah has made a career of helping people in most need of love feel cared for. And of course, Sarah and Pete share their love with their pets, the most spoiled cats in the world, even when Pepper is not ready to reciprocate that love, and still waiting for that moment. And as we all know, we're lucky enough to know that they share love with friends and family. The world is a richer and happier place with you two together. Each of you so clearly bring the best and brightest parts out of the other, and continue to raise each other up. And this partnership will take you anywhere you want to go. As Sarah mentioned in her letter, more than a decade later, she still laughs just as much as she did on day one. And for all our sakes, I hope that never changes in the decades to come. Today you will make your vows and join together in love, but remember that the joy you feel today must be reaffirmed and upheld in all your days to come. Never lose sight of the gratitude that you have for the person standing across from you, and keep working to make yourself the best person you can be for one another. Sarah, like you wrote, I feel like we are more attuned to each other every day. I feel so lucky to be with Pete. He's my literal dream man. I'm not saying it's always easy, but it's never too hard when we're rooting for each other. And Pete, always remember what you wrote about your wife. She's just up and down my best friend, and I can't imagine my life without her.
each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decide to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks. All those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All those common things and more are the real process of a wedding.
Sarah and Pete have written their vows, and we'll share them.
Whew. Didn't expect to cry the whole way up.
You didn't?
But here we go. Okay. Hope I can get through this. One of my favorite little details about us is that no matter how we're feeling or the kind of day we've endured, we can climb into bed at night and be in hysterics about the silliest things. It means the world to me. I promise to keep exploring with you, whether it's a new city to discover or a new concept to learn about and discuss. And I promise to take your advice. I know you often compare me to a cat, especially in terms of my aloofness, but I assure you that I need you and that I value every word that you say. I'll end with letting you know, once and for all, that I would never push you down the stairs. I always want to hear your voice, and I've literally been fond of you since we met on February 9th, 2007. I love you. Oh wait, I can't do that.
I thought I was going to go first. Okay. When I got down on one knee weeks into a global pandemic and asked you to be my wife, the first thing you said, before yes, before I love you, was, are you sure? In my 29 years of decision making, both big and small, I can tell you with absolute certainty that asking you to spend the rest of our lives together is the only thing I've ever been 100% sure of. And how could I not be? You are the kindest person I've ever known, even when it's hard. You are so driven to do good and make the world a better place, I can't help but admire you. You make me laugh, even when you drive me crazy, you make me laugh.
With this kiss, may you be joyfully wed together for all your lives. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Thank you.
Without further ado, let's kick this off with our parents of the bride, Edward and Lynn. And our parents of the groom, Peter and Joni. And our wedding party starting with Samantha and M. Come on, you guys, lots of love. Keeping it going with Laura and Andy.
I've also watched him grow up over the years. And he is just, there's no better match for my sister. But I hate speaking like watching you grow up, just like thinking about like my favorite memory, like when you were a little finger that I was in the mafia. And now we're here. Just like I'm enjoying bonding with you as well, like a brother. I'm so excited you're spending your lives together. Something I think is so important about a relationship is you really have to be friends first. You have to be able to work as a team.
Today is for Pete and Sarah. Now, Pete has been my best friend for 19 years. Our friendship is almost old enough to drink at this wedding. Now, you learn a lot having a relationship with someone for that long. And through every high and low, from being arrested together, to going to see the Bosstones at the Stone Pony, running into the ocean after. I can tell you one thing is true. Pete is one of the greatest guys any of us will ever know. And Sarah, I hope you know you are getting a true partner. Now, I've been married for a long time. I can tell you, buddy, marriage is a partnership. There will come times when Pete will burn his famous gravy, that's sauce for all you non-Italians. Or Sarah will forget to empty the litter box. Guys, I'm giving a speech here. Thank you. But seriously, there will be hard times that will require cool heads. And I know you both will prevail. Now, I would like to end with a saying. My friends are the best friends, loyal, willing, and able. Now let's get to drinking. Glasses off the table for Pete and Sarah! Absolute best of marital bliss to both of you guys.
Get married again!
As